Listen very closely. The ground is shaking today, and what is unfolding right now is the most important breaking news of our time. The sky over the Middle East is filled with fire. The world is watching in pure shock. Iran has just launched a massive wave of missiles and deadly drones straight into the United Arab Emirates. Yes, the reports are true. Missiles are raining down on the UAE, and the situation is rapidly spinning out of control. To understand why the UAE is under attack today, one must look at what happened just hours before. The United States military unleashed a massive bombing raid. Heavy bombs were dropped directly on Iran's most prized
Possession.
Kharg Island. This small rocky island is where almost all of Iran's oil goes out to the world. American forces completely wiped out the military bases there. The oil facilities were left untouched for now, but a loud and clear warning was given. If Iran tries to block ships from moving through the sea, their oil infrastructure will be destroyed next. Before diving deeper into the chaos unfolding right this second, it is crucial to stay informed to get the plain truth about how this war will affect everyday life and families across the globe. Hit that subscribe button right now. Tracking every single move of this global conflict is what this channel does best. Subscribing is the only way to ensure the real, unfiltered story is never missed as it breaks. Now back to the danger. Iran did not sit quietly after the Kharg Island bombing. The anger was pointed directly across the water. Tehran claims American forces used the UAE to launch their attack, prompting Iran to strike back hard. Fast ballistic missiles and explosive drones were fired at Abu Dhabi and Dubai. Imagine the terrifying scene. Sirens screaming through the city, explosions rocking the ground, and thick black smoke filling the sky above luxury buildings. The UAE air defenses worked overtime, shooting down many incoming missiles. However, when a weapon is blown up in the sky, heavy burning metal falls to the earth. Flaming debris crashed into quiet residential neighborhoods, starting huge fires. Innocent people from all over the world, everyday foreign workers, are suddenly caught in the crossfire. Reports are flooding in of lives lost, massive injuries, and absolute panic in the streets. Urgent evacuation orders are being issued for the busy ports immediately. The fear is very real. This is no longer a small fight. This is a massive war, and it is entering a very dark and dangerous phase. The reality on the ground right now is like a nightmare coming to life. Just look at the city of Dubai, a place famous for luxury and safe business. Today, black smoke is rising over that exact same skyline. Iranian drones sent in massive swarms have struck right near Dubai International Airport. This is one of the busiest places on the entire planet for airplanes. Flights have been completely stopped. People are trapped, foreigners are frantically fleeing, and the whole transportation system is paralyzed. Imagine being in that airport, waiting for a flight home, only to hear the deafening boom of a drone strike just outside the terminal windows. But it does not stop at the airport. The beautiful, shiny towers that make Dubai famous are also taking hits. A luxury hotel was struck by falling, burning metal. Debris from blown up missiles is raining down on streets that used to be filled with tourists and shoppers. It is pure chaos. The United Arab Emirates has some of the best air defenses in the world. They have shot down over 1,000 incoming drones and hundreds of missiles since this terrifying conflict began. But when you shoot a massive weapon out of the sky, the heavy, flaming pieces still have to fall somewhere. Sadly, those falling pieces are taking innocent lives. The breaking news today confirms that at least 7 people have been killed across the United Arab Emirates. These are everyday working people from places like Pakistan, Nepal, Bangladesh, and Palestine. They came to the region to work hard and support their families. And now they are caught in a deadly crossfire between massive military powers. One person was killed just today while sitting in a civilian car in Abu Dhabi. It truly breaks the heart to see ordinary folks paying the ultimate price in a war they have absolutely nothing to do with. Iran's anger is boiling over, and they are targeting the most vital financial spots to inflict maximum pain. Look at the Port of Fujairah, one of the biggest oil storage hubs in the entire world. Iranian drones smashed into those facilities today, sparking a massive, raging fire. Emergency teams are fighting the flames right now, and critical oil loading has been totally shut down. Make no mistake, when global oil is attacked, the price of everything you buy will feel the shockwave. You will feel this at the gas pump and at the grocery store. Reports are also breaking this very hour that thousands of American Marines, along with heavy amphibious warships, are rushing straight into this mess. The safe haven of the Middle East is now the front line of a brutal war. You need to know how this will impact your family and your wallet. Hit that subscribe button right now because this channel brings you the plain, unvarnished truth as the world changes overnight. Let's talk about the lifeblood of the modern world, oil. This is not just a fight over a few miles of sand. This is a battle for the energy that keeps your lights on, your car running, and food on your shelves. Right now, the global economy is staring down the barrel of a loaded gun. Kharg Island, the place American forces just bombed, handles almost all of Iran's oil exports. 90% of it flows right through that tiny rock. But the real choke point, the place that has world leaders absolutely terrified tonight, is the Strait of Hormuz. It is a narrow strip of water, and 1/5 of the entire world's oil passes through it every single day. Iran has made its intentions very clear. They view that waterway as a weapon, and they are threatening to shut it down completely. If that happens, the price of gas will not just go up, it will absolutely explode. President Donald Trump just delivered a chilling warning to Tehran. He stated that the United States deliberately chose not to wipe out the oil tanks on Kharg Island this time, but he made a firm promise. If Iran tries to block safe passage for ships through the strait, that decision will be reversed immediately. The oil facilities will be totally obliterated. To back up that threat, an international armada of warships is being called into the Gulf to keep that water open by force. But Iran is not backing down. Instead, they are doubling down on their threats. Iranian military leaders have issued a chilling message to the United Arab Emirates. They are telling everyday residents to pack their bags and run. They warn people to evacuate the busy ports, the docks, and anywhere they suspect American forces might be hiding. They are openly calling these civilian areas legitimate military targets. Imagine living in a peaceful city and suddenly hearing a foreign military tell you to evacuate because a missile strike is coming. It is psychological warfare mixed with very real, deadly explosives. The UAE government is furious, completely denying that America attacked from their soil. But when the drones are already falling from the sky, who is right and who is wrong does not stop the fires. This is a dangerous tipping point, and the ripple effects will reach your hometown sooner than you think. You need a trusted voice to cut through the noise and tell you exactly what is happening. Make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. Do not miss the next update because the world is changing as we speak. The shock waves of this attack are not just breaking windows in Dubai, they are shattering the peace of the entire globe. Think about the alliances at play here. This is no longer just a feud between two nations. The whole Middle East is a powder keg, and the fuse has just been lit. Neighboring countries are watching the skies with pure dread. Saudi Arabia has instantly put its entire military on the highest possible alert. Fighter jets are scrambling, patrolling the borders day and night. They know if the UAE can be struck so easily, they could be next. The financial world is completely melting down as we speak. Global stock markets took a nosedive the second the first missile hit Abu Dhabi. Investors are frantically pulling their money out of the region in a blind panic. Billions of dollars are vanishing into thin air because money runs away from war. The UAE spent decades building a reputation as the safest place in the Middle East to do business. In just a matter of hours, that carefully crafted reputation is being tested by fire, smoke, and falling shrapnel. Everyday citizens and massive corporations alike are asking the exact same terrifying question: where does this end? When American forces bomb a critical base on Kharg Island, and Iran retaliates by unleashing hell on a close ally, the rules of the game are destroyed. There is no playbook for what happens tomorrow. Diplomatic phone lines are ringing off the hook all over the world, but nobody has a clear answer. Talk does not stop ballistic missiles. This situation is moving faster than anyone ever predicted. To stay ahead of the panic and know exactly what is coming next for your family, you must hit that subscribe button. This channel is dedicated to bringing you the unvarnished facts as this crisis deepens. Right now, the sky over the Gulf is thick with military aircraft. Cargo planes are rushing defensive weapons into the region in a desperate race against time. The massive military cargo planes are touching down right this second. Heavily armored vehicles and advanced missile defense batteries are rolling out onto the tarmac in the United Arab Emirates. It is a desperate race to build an iron shield over the cities before Iran unleashes another wave of destruction. The skies above are no longer safe for passenger jets. Commercial airlines from Europe and Asia are canceling all flights. Nobody wants to fly a plane full of innocent families into a blazing war zone. The panic on the ground is spreading like wildfire. Inside the famous shopping malls of Dubai, the music has stopped. Luxury stores are rolling down their metal security gates. People are rushing to grocery stores, clearing the shelves of bottled water and medical supplies. Gasoline stations are surrounded by massive lines of cars, with drivers waiting hours to fill up their tanks. Everyone is preparing for the absolute worst. The fear is that the power grids or water stations could be the next targets to go up in flames. If this conflict cuts off electricity to millions of people in the scorching desert, the disaster will be unimaginable. This is exactly why staying informed is the best defense against chaos. Knowing the truth before the panic hits home is absolutely critical. Make sure to hit that subscribe button right now. The real story is moving at lightning speed, and being subscribed is the only way to catch every vital update as the map of the Middle East is redrawn by fire. Across the ocean, emergency meetings are happening behind closed doors in the Pentagon. American generals are looking at satellite images, trying to predict where the next swarm of deadly drones will launch from. They are tracking mobile missile launchers hiding in the mountains. The entire world is holding its breath. The situation has moved far beyond a simple warning strike. This is a full-blown crisis that threatens to pull every major superpower into a devastating fight. Russia and China are watching closely, and their warships are moving into position. The waters of the Gulf are getting crowded. One single mistake could spark a global war today. Look out at the dark waters of the Persian Gulf today. The ocean is literally boiling with heavily armed warships. The United States Navy is not backing down for a single second. Massive aircraft carriers have just moved into direct strike range. These giant floating cities are armed to the teeth and ready to launch hundreds of fighter jets at a moment's notice. But Iran is playing a very deadly game of chess right back at them on the open water. Tehran has deployed hundreds of small, lightning fast speedboats packed tight with heavy explosives. These attack boats are swarming like angry hornets around massive commercial oil tankers that are desperately trying to escape the war zone. It is a terrifying standoff. One wrong move by a single nervous sailor could trigger a massive, fiery naval battle today. The ripple effect of this terrifying blockade is crashing into the global stock markets right this very minute. The price of a barrel of oil is skyrocketing faster than anyone has seen in decades. Traders are shouting in absolute panic on the trading floors of Wall Street, London, and Tokyo when the oil stops flowing from the Middle East. The cost to heat homes, drive cars, and transport food goes completely through the roof. Everyday working families around the entire world are about to feel the harsh reality of this war in their own bank accounts. Inflation is going to hit global markets like a runaway freight train. To understand exactly how this massive global financial shock will change everyday life, hitting that subscribe button right now is absolutely vital. This channel delivers the hard truth and breaks down complex global news into plain, simple facts you can actually use. Do not get left in the dark while the world economy is turned completely upside down. Meanwhile, the United Nations is completely paralyzed. Emergency meetings are happening right now, but diplomats are just shouting at each other across the room. There are no peace treaties being signed today. There are no handshakes. The leaders of the world are deeply divided, picking sides in a conflict that is spiraling wildly out of control. European nations are begging for an immediate ceasefire, but the anger is simply too deep. The ballistic missiles are still loaded, the deadly drones are still fueled, and the military radar screens are flashing red with brand new threats every single hour. The Middle East is standing on the absolute edge of the abyss, and there is no safety net left to catch anyone. The terrifying reality of this war has just crashed down on innocent people. Breaking reports confirm this very hour that the human cost is skyrocketing. This is no longer just about military bases or politics. It is about everyday people who moved to the United Arab Emirates to build a better life, now trapped in a blazing war zone. The casualty lists crossing our desks right now are absolutely heartbreaking, hardworking citizens from Nigeria, Pakistan, Nepal, Bangladesh, and across the globe are being hit by flaming shrapnel raining down on these cities. Innocent people are paying the ultimate price for a war they did not start. Right now, the UAE is fighting for its survival. Their defense systems are shooting down hundreds of incoming drones and ballistic missiles, but they simply cannot catch every single one. Look at the Port of Fujairah today. Huge plumes of toxic black smoke are blocking out the sun because Iranian drones broke through the shield and struck the massive oil terminals. Operations are completely suspended. The docks are paralyzed. The fuel the world desperately needs is trapped behind a wall of fire. The economic shockwave from this single port closure is going to hit your local gas station before the week even ends. The streets of Dubai are gripped by absolute panic. Tens of thousands of foreigners are desperately trying to flee, but with the international airport targeted and flights grounded, there is nowhere to run. People are hiding in their apartments, listening to the deafening roar of explosions echoing between luxury skyscrapers. The United States military is standing firm, having already obliterated 90 targets on Kharg Island, and they are promising to wipe out all remaining oil infrastructure if Iran makes one more move. We are one single missile strike away from a point of no return. You cannot afford to look away from this. The history of the modern world is being rewritten in fire today, and the consequences will reach directly into your home and your wallet. Do not rely on slow media to tell you what happened. Yesterday, you need the raw, unfiltered truth right as it happens. Hit that subscribe button right now. Turn on every single notification. This channel is your absolute frontline source for the reality of this global crisis. We will not stop reporting until the smoke clears. Subscribe now, stay vigilant, and keep your eyes wide open. The world has changed forever.